And welcome to Incredibly, your favorite show about superheroes. My name is Dennis. I am your superhero host, and I'm here with Joey. And I'm here with Uchi.
Here.
Let's party. Happy New Year.
What's up?
So,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year indeed. In 2023, we got Across the Spider-Verse, Godzilla -1, and one of my favorites, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
Yes, sir.
It's a new year. It's hard to get parking at the gym. The
Yo, that's
shoes
facts,
are,
actually. He's not wrong.
the running shoes are out of stock, right? Just for the first 2 weeks, Uchi, until people realize how much work
Yeah.
you got to put in.
I'll still be there. It's okay.
Yeah, me
But
too.
you know what isn't out of stock? This podcast, baby. Because this is episode 33. And because today we are talking about comic book adjacent projects we're looking forward to in this 2024, we just got to party hard this year. That's all it is. Joey, what's one project you're looking forward to this year?
One singular project. Are we doing a top 5? Are we doing this just straight slinging it?
I
can
thought
make
we
a
were doing
straight
top 5.
sling.
I got
We can do
my
top
shit
5.
listed.
But here, you know what? We'll lead into it. This isn't in my top 5, but one of the things I'm really looking forward to this year is Berserker getting an animated series.
Whoa. Okay.
Shout out Keanu. Shout out. I haven't read it. However, Uch has been very hype on the series. And from what I've seen, it looks incredible. So I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
Just
Does it have a
season
release
the
date?
pod. I don't know offhand, but
Okay.
I know it was slated for this year. So
Must read. It's a very good show. Series, whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Soon
it's
to be
Even
show.
fire.
the spin-offs are pretty good too. So, okay, that's good. So what's your number 5 then?
All right, my number 5 most look forward to. Number five thing I'm looking forward to this year, right? Number 5 thing I'm looking forward to would be Echo, actually, which is dropping tomorrow.
All right.
Very nice.
Because I am looking forward to getting some real good content from your boy Matt Murdock.
Yes.
Bat in the
Let's
MCU.
go.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready for him to be in here. I'm ready for some more Kingpin action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm ready to see Echo as Ult because it's a really good Native American story. Echo actually is not a hero, so this is the first like anti-hero centric show
Right.
we're
That's
getting.
fire. I like
So
that.
I'm super excited. Outside of like Sony, Venom and Morbius or whatever. But yeah, so that's my number 5. I'm very excited for Echo. It drops literally tomorrow. We're recording this podcast Monday. It's coming out all at once.
So at the time this is out, it's out.
Yeah, it's out.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Yeah.
What is it? So is it technically tonight at midnight or is it tomorrow at a specific time?
I think it's tomorrow at a specific time because I don't think that Disney is too keen on doing midnight releases.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're a little weird with that.
Okay. Cool. Uchi, what is your number 5?
So wait, do I get to do an honorable mention and then go into my 5th?
I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Well, I'll let you guys know that I had to sort all of my stuff and I made a very unique top 5, which I'm sure some of y'all will predict at least one of them or 2 of them to be on my top 5. But I have a mixture between movies, shows, and games. So an honorable mention that I'm gonna put out there right now. I'm gonna have to go with Godzilla and Kong because
let's go.
Off of the hype of -1, and that movie is a lot of people's number ones. It's a lot of people's their favorite thing out of 2023.
I think it was Dennis's number 1 thing. Yeah,
when it comes to our subgenre, for sure. Number 1 movie technically on Skip the Previews, maybe Poor Things. Big winner last time. Yeah.
So like either way, like it's like a highly critic movie, you know what I'm saying? And that's a surprise for a fan of the MonsterVerse type of genre in films and all that. So naturally, because I thought Godzilla Kong was supposed to come out last year, we got -1 instead. Totally fine with that. Now we're getting Godzilla Kong, right? So I'm looking forward to that one. That's my honorable mention. My number 5, actual on the 5th. It might seem a little cliche, or not cliche, but obvious for those that know what I do outside incredibly. And I'm actually surprised in a way that it made it on here. I'm gonna have to go with Dragon Ball Daima, because
Ooh.
honestly, the fact that it was presented, how it was presented. It's the roster of characters that we know, Goku, Vegeta, and the rest of them, all turned into kids. You have to wonder, is this really a GT redo, or is it something along the lines where it's one of those hidden gems where it ends up being like a really fun show that everyone can enjoy, whether you're a big Dragon Ball fan or you're not a big Dragon Ball fan. So I felt like, because of that curiosity level and the potential that it could have to just be really cool, really fun for everyone to enjoy. That's why I put it over Godzilla Kong, because I already know Godzilla Kong gonna be crazy. I know that's gonna
Yeah.
be fire. So
That's
I'm
facts.
giving Daima that like little benefit of the doubt, if that makes sense. And it made my top 5 for
Hell yeah.
2024.
I like it. All right, I'll do my honorable mention, which is gonna happen this week. It's gonna happen on Wednesday, and that's Ultimate Spider-Man from Jonathan Hickman and
Oh,
Marco Cicchetto. So as
How
you
could
guys
we
know,
forget?
I'm a big comic book nerd. Yes, I'm the only person in the world who still goes to the comic book store, apparently. Uh, I'm pumped for this one. I'm excited. I wasn't excited with Ultimate Invasion. The story was okay, but then they had that one wrap up with that sick Thor cover right after it that kind of made everything a little bit more clear for me. So I am super excited for that to happen this Wednesday. You guys got to get it. Got to hit the store.
honestly, listen, Dennis, you go every week. I wish I could. If I could, I would. But
Hmm.
sometimes, like, I've actually avoided it just because, like, every time I go in there, I end up spending way too much that I did not
Trouble.
plan on it.
Yeah, every time.
So I want to get that issue though, 100%. Because Ultimate Spider-Man, y'all know, is here for me. So
Yeah.
I got to.
You reread
I
basically
read the
everything.
whole
Yeah.
original run finally after all these freaking years. So I feel obligated to get in on that one.
I like it. Yeah, I'm super pumped. It's this Wednesday, so I can't wait. My number 5 is Madam Web.
Really?
Surprisingly. Yeah.
Yo, he laughed.
No,
Yo, Joey
Um
laughed at
I'm not
yeah,
laughing at you. I'm laughing at Madam Web.
No, you laughing at
But
Dennis. Don't
I'm
don't trip.
so
I'll hear
here's
you
the
out. I'll
thing.
hear.
I like Venom. I like the Venom series from Sony.
Mhm.
And I'm also excited about the fact like I'm curious like what's going to happen to this multiverse in Sony. What are they going to bring? Are they going to collide with the MCU? Like I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. And sometimes when you have these low expectations for this movie, it sometimes turns out to be okay. But
Mm,
I am excited for this because I want to see like Sony. You've had experience. You've done some good work with Venom, in my opinion,
Mhm.
and bring it a little bit. Do something with these licenses that you have. Technically, they kind of have to, or else they will lose the
Yes,
license.
it'll revert. I think
But
it's like one a year, something like that,
yeah, it's one a
or
year.
one every 2 years. I think.
that
But
sounds
now
about
I'm
all
like,
right.
Sony, just do your own multiverse and see what you can come up with. And let's see what you can bring to the MCU. Because besides us three, outside of the incredibly circle, the MCU temperature is up and down. It's hot and cold. The
Mm,
most of the world do not see the love and the passion that we see in the MCU, right? And
Yeah.
so it could help it at the same time because that outside world is looking at our culture and the movies we love so much with such a crooked eye. It could also hurt it. So I don't know, but I am excited because I want to see like, are you gonna bring it? Are you gonna bring something interesting? Are you gonna create your own multiverse? Can you give me another Venom where I'm like, yo, this is a lot of fun. So I'm interested. I might be the only one.
it's very surprising for it to be on a top 5, but your reasons back why it is. So like,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna get any shitty comments from me, okay? So don't worry about that.
Only from the people in the comments
Yeah.
of our video.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we'll save it.
Not
Bring
from me
it.
either. I I
Uh
I want to be excited for it, um, but like a lot of other people said, it definitely looks like a CW show from the
That's
Yeah.
trailer.
crazy.
And I think if you are somebody that's not in the comic book world and you see that trailer, you're like, is this a Spider-Man movie? Who's Madam Web? Like, what is
Right.
happening? So I think it's probably, unless you're in the know, you probably have no idea
Yeah.
what it's about. So I think it's
Kind of a
gonna,
deep cut.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'll
I
be
kind of
very,
hate that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be very interesting to see what the general public thinks of it once it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's like mad like, why I say I hate that is because, like, I hate feeling like a lot, and it goes with everything, like, all these companies that make anything in media, they have to almost cater to the people that don't know or give a shit about
Sure.
what they're
Yeah.
trying to sell, and it's, like, so redundant in a way when you think about it, but I don't want a tangent. Joey, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is The Penguin, the
Okay.
follow-up
Nice.
to the the incredible new Batman movie called The Batman, so the show is aptly named The Penguin.
Oh.
Very excited for it, coming out later this year. Um, s Matt Reeves did a wonderful job with The Batman, so moving and expanding on a universe like this, following a character that was as good as the Penguin in the movie, I think is a really good idea. Colin Farrell did a wonderful job. I'm very excited to see them explore this universe more, especially if James Gunn is going to maybe attempt to pull it all in the future. And even if he doesn't, that's okay. I think he's calling it alt worlds. I think that's what it's.
Mm.
There's a specific word for it that he said for like the products like the Joker and then the Batman and stuff like that. So I'm actually really
Mhm.
looking forward to it because I loved the Batman. So I'm very excited to live in
Okay.
that world some more before we get the Batman 2 or whatever it's called.
Okay, cool. I had no idea that they were gonna continue it off of with the Penguin. I know Penguin is obviously one of the Batman villains.
Mhm.
That, like, my knowledge on DC is very far and
Yeah, yeah,
from,
yeah.
but that's
All you
it's
really need to know is Batman. Let's be
I
honest.
Yeah,
mean,
that's
listen,
true.
coming from the Batman guy himself, of course you're gonna say that. So yeah, I definitely fucks with that shit.
Yeah,
So,
like in the movie, Penguin was a really big
mhm.
deal. But it was really like Falcone that ended up being like the big bad on top
Yeah.
of everything else. So it's really interesting that they're pulling a character from it already and putting it into a TV show, especially after it just being the first movie of the Batman reboot alongside of the DCEU. So very, very
Mhm.
excited because I don't think we're getting Batman Brave and the Bold for a hot minute.
Yeah. And
So
also,
this
this
will be
is
good to hold us
Colin
over.
Farrell. Like, he's a
Yeah,
stud, right? He brings it.
literally.
But Joey, it's also my number 4, the Penguin.
Oh,
Let's
the
go.
connection.
So,
Y'all
I
linked.
thought
That's
we're
cool.
I thought we are
yeah.
getting excited for like the Daily Double or something like that. So this is hype.
Nice.
Uh, I'm excited for this one too, and if things go well, my gut tells me that Matt Reeves will be able to create his own little world and just
He
do
already
more
has.
things. Yeah, exactly. He already has, and ooh, the Batman was just such a cool movie, very intense. And as a Detective Comics weekly reader myself, this is the Matt Reeves Batman just felt like I was reading Detective Comics. So I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
this one, but that's my number 4.
Dude, Rob Pat is on top of the world right now. Dude is killing it.
I
And
respect them.
yeah, shout out to Robert Pattinson too, because with Oppenheimer, apparently he is responsible, not responsible, but one of the reasons why Christopher Nolan did Oppenheimer, he
Yeah, he gave him
gifted
the
him a
book.
book. Yeah. So, yo, this guy's just
And he was
he's
in
awesome.
The Boy and the Heron
Yeah.
I still need to
and a
watch
bunch of
that.
dude,
Good
get
movie?
on it. Get
Yeah?
on it. Get on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a chance to watch it. It was good. I enjoyed it too. It felt very Studio Ghibli, right?
Right.
Yep.
Um,
I'd expect
yeah,
that.
it
Yeah.
was nice. It was nice. I like it.
Maybe
Uchi,
maybe
what's
we
your number
can
4?
maybe we can review it on the Patreon if we
Oh, the Patreon page that exists, you
Yeah,
mean?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that
oh,
one. Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah,
Pa
yeah,
Just wanted to
Patreon
make sure.
spelled backwards. Let's go.
yeah.
It's like no reop or something like
Alright,
that.
Uch,
Okay.
what's your number 4?
Alright, so my number 4 is honestly something that it's weird that it's number 4, but honestly, it could actually be like a number 1 spot. And when I say it, Joey's gonna understand why. It's the Berserk fan-made
Oh,
anime
yes.
from Studio Eclipse, okay? Now, let me just
Yes.
say that for those that don't know, Berserk, very popular manga series, one of the most popular of all time, and that is no bias. That is a fucking fact. It is literally like highly critiqued, acclaimed, all the things that you could say about it, it is. And for some reason, even with all its popularity, it does not have a very good anime adaptation. There's the 97 anime, that's fine. There's the trilogy movies of the Golden Age that happened on Netflix. Those
Mm.
are acceptable. But Crunchyroll had to hire some fucking who knows who these people are ass studio to try to make a quick buck off of its success in 2016 for two
Who
Shit was
knows
ass.
studio?
seasons.
Shit
And
was
that
ass.
shit was terrible, unacceptable. And every fan had every right to feel as upset. But that only proved but one thing: fans must do it all. Because in order to do it right, we have to take the helm sometimes. So here we are. Studio Eclipse comes out of nowhere, as far as my timeline is concerned. And they dropped like a little teaser, I think, from what my memory is serving me right now. And the excitement is real because even with just a little tease, people are so behind this. They're like, yup, this is it. We're gonna get our true Berserk anime adaptation through fans, not through any kind of studio official this that. Nope, we got to do it ourselves. It's just us, oos. That's it. It's the fans that got to do it all. So Berserk from Studio Eclipse, number 4.
I
Yeah.
like it. That's awesome. Joey, number 3.
My number 3 is Venom 3,
Hey,
Okay.
baby. I wanted to have some video games on here, but I really couldn't find anything that I was really interested in. So I'm leaving. Yeah, there he is. Look at that. Look at that shit.
Nice.
Yeah. Put him up to the camera. Put him up to the camera.
okay, I
This
got
is
you
an
right now.
audio video podcast. Oh, look at that. Look at the tongue physics. The venom coming out. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's changing it. Ooh. Wow.
Ooh.
Oh
This is
gosh,
great.
don't
Oh,
fall
he
apart.
broke him.
Hold
All
on.
right. Well.
Ooh.
Ah,
um
there goes.
yeah, so Venom 3, I know we're all super excited about this. Somehow people aren't a big fan of the Venom franchise. I think it's
Yeah,
incredible. It's just fun.
me
It's
too.
what Venom needs to be. You know, it's funny. Tom Hardy is great as Eddie Brock. It may not be like the most perfect Eddie Brock adaptation there is. I don't care. I love the character that he's portraying. I think it's a lot of
Same.
fun. He does the journalism stuff very well. Um, Getting to see Woody Harrelson as Carnage was sick. So I'm very excited to see what comes next, especially because I have the feeling that this will blend more in with whatever Sony verse they're planning, right? Or even maybe the MCU. I'm doubtful on that end. However, the broader Sony verse is going to be really exciting. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
see a tie-in with Spider Verse. Who knows? Because it seems like they're trying to pull it all together. So, very excited for Venom 3.
There it is.
Yeah.
Boom.
Kind of the reasons why I'm excited about Madam Web, like the opportunities and the
Yeah.
possibilities. Like, what little door are you gonna leave open? Because technically, in Madam Web, they're doing like the whole time loop stuff, and so they're
Yeah.
traveling through the universe pretty much. So let's see what happens. It'll be really interesting. All right, I'll go with number 3 because I think I went after you last time. I messed up the order. Now let's
Nah,
Yeah,
go,
something
Uchi.
like
because
that.
you guys
Okay.
because you guys lined up, so it made
Yeah,
sense. That's fine.
yeah.
That's
Let's go, Uchi.
acceptable.
You can go with number 3.
Okay. All right. Ha. My number 3. X-Men 97, boy. Have to. Have to. If this is not on your top 5, I don't know where the hell you guys are at. I'm not saying y'all. I'm just, I'm saying in general, like, for the folks at home that are listening. But obviously this goes without saying. I'm a huge X-Men fan. I have been ready for this continuation. When I heard that Disney was gonna put out a continuation series to the original animated series, uh that was such a good day that day. I was like, there's no way it's it's gonna be great. I can only imagine what's gonna happen. And a lot of the voice actors that are still around, they are reprising their roles. And the fact that, we see how MCU works, they're not gonna waste their time making these projects and nothing, it's not gonna not make like sense or not gonna have some sort of place in the overall like storytelling of things. I just cannot wait because it has so much potential to just blow everyone's expectations out the water. So X-Men 97, absolutely.
I like it. I'm excited for that one too. I can't wait. That theme song's gonna get stuck in our head a lot.
Dude.
I hope they bring it back. They better not give me no new ass song. They need to get Ron Wasserman to do it again.
No cover version of it.
No, they just need to. They either need to just reuse it or they get Ron again because Power Rangers was able to afford Ron for the Power Rangers special last year. So if they can afford him, Disney can afford him like 100 more times. You know what I'm saying? No excuses.
Joey,
I think there's
we need
no
you to learn how to
way.
play it on the synth.
I don't think there's a universe in which they don't bring the theme back. I can definitely see them MCUing it though, and like having it be remastered or what's the word I'm looking for? Just remaking it, right? And but making it more orchestral or however you
Right.
want it to be. But there's literally no world where they don't bring it back. If they didn't, they would be insane.
They teased it in Multiverse of Madness. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think they got the rights to it. I think they had to buy the rights back to it. Yeah, so
bro, like I said, there is no way that they would not be able to afford something like that.
Yeah, no.
Like
number one way to lose all your fans.
Oh,
Don't bring the
yo,
theme song
in
back.
a heartbeat.
Those comment section are gonna be horrible.
It would ruin them.
Oh my goodness. I like that one. All right, I got a controversial one.
Oh god.
What, you're number
more
3?
Controversial. Yeah, more controversial than Madam Web.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's my Barney book?
Just a reminder, it's on my top 3. Top 3 is really hard. My number 3 is Deadpool. It's not my number 1 or my number 2. It's my number 3. This movie, guys, is essential. Important.
Yes.
And I can't put it my number 1 because I don't want to be a part of this group who is hyping this way too much. I want to just go in there with medium expectations because my heart hurts from the nervousness. And
that's fair.
It's just they need this so bad, and I don't know how to feel about it. So that's like my main reason, right? Like I keep thinking like, can this go wrong? Like I'm just afraid of it. So I think I'm just this is like the really beautiful girl in high school that I just didn't have the courage to go up to and say, I want to take you out for some pizza.
For some pizza.
What up, Ev? But yeah. It's my number 3. I'm looking forward to it, of course. I think it's gonna be a great movie. We all love Deadpool. But this movie is so crucial and so important that I'm a little bit afraid. So I have it at my number 3. But that's my reason.
At least it's in your top 5. That's all I will say.
Yeah.
My top 3. Top 3.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Top 3.
Could be much, much worse.
Yeah, for sure. I have Madam Web at number 5.
It makes me you see, Dennis is a very nervous folk. All right. Like he he has his reasons and I respect it, right? Like he has his reasons why he's nervous with certain things. Like he was nervous with Loki, with all things considered. I mean, he has a lot of comic
that's
book
more than fair though.
Yeah, so that's fair, right? This kind of applies, so I can understand that as well. But nah. I'm nervous for see what his fucking number 2 and 1 are. That's what I'm saying.
I'm still excited. I'm very, very excited, but I'm just nervous. And also there's rumors of like, oh, they're gonna bring this person in and this person in. You guys know how I feel when there's just too much going on. Like,
true, yeah.
My palms get sweaty, but I just want to see Wolverine in that yellow suit as much as possible.
That's all I want.
And everyone else just kind of limited. So we'll see what happens. Joey, number 3.
Oh God. I gave you my number 3. It would be my number 2. Uchi, we got your number 3?
Mine was X-Men, yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to go number 2,
Oh,
Mr.
that's
Den?
right, number 2. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. My number 2 is Deadpool 3.
Okay,
Whoa, okay
okay.
then.
I've
Not
got
that far
one
behind
more.
3.
I have one more that's gonna top everything else that's coming out next year,
Okay.
and I don't think you guys are ready for it.
That shit better
Eh,
fucking
Alright.
slap.
Okay.
yeah. So, at least I'm 99% certain it's coming out next year, so if it's not, egg on my face.
Wait, you mean like this
Bro,
year,
you
Otherwise
had
right?
2 weeks
this year.
to
Yeah,
do the
yeah, yeah,
research.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
trust me. I redid, and then I looked and looked again. So, Deadpool 3, right? Very, very excited for it. Also, I am also very, very nervous for it because if they fuck this up, it's gonna be so bad.
Come on, they can't.
No, Uchi's freaking out now.
No, it could
You
it
know we're
will
gonna
be
get a
good.
text at 2 AM, right? For Uchi's like, "You motherfucker said this to me."
Oh my god.
It's got a lot riding on it with everything that's been happening recently,
Mhm.
from He Who Shall Not Remain to Loki to
Wow.
everything else. um, Disney and Marvel in the hot seat. So I know
Yeah,
Disney's Wish, I don't think performed all that well. Ooh, I'm sorry. Disney's Wish
Something
didn't
else.
perform all that well, as
right.
far as I know. And a lot of other movies have been kind of fallen flat. So they
Yeah.
really need a win. I know Bob Iger was even like, "Hey, due to how we've been doing recently, we gotta pull back. You know, we gotta do less." So Marvel's rolling out, I think, 3 or 4 cartoons this coming year on top of Echo and Deadpool. I know Echo and Deadpool have already been out, so they've just been probably focusing on these cartoons. But Deadpool's really got to pull through. And I think they can do it. However, it's 2024, so you know this isn't 2016 when Deadpool was the hottest shit around anymore.
Right.
So it's really they're gonna have to pull out the big guns.
We're sorry, Uch. We're so sorry.
No, I don't get me wrong, I'm excited. Like I am gonna be in that seat
Same.
pissing myself with how much I'm laughing and how much fun I'm having. However, the entire time there's gonna be just something back here that's like,
Yeah.
just wait. Don't get too excited. Just wait.
Yeah.
So
You know, I decided a couple days ago, I'm going to buy 2 tickets. I will go Thursday and Friday back to
that's
back,
smart.
no matter
That's
what.
mad smart, actually.
Yeah.
That's optimal, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
what we should do as a normal just
Oh my god, my wallet, god damn it.
yeah. No 4DX the second time, just once.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. That's
You'll be
oof.
you'll
Yeah.
be smelling blood anyway, knowing
Yeah,
how bloody
exactly.
Deadpool is.
That'd be terrible. Smelling iron in the movie theater, like that'd
Yeah.
be OD if they did that.
Alright, Uch, number 2.
All right. My number 2. 4 years ago, a single video game changed my life.
Okay.
4 years later, the sequel, the second part to this new remake trilogy. I'm giving it to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Hell yeah.
I have to. This is a game that has been one of the most anticipated things ever for me personally. And like I mentioned 4 years ago, Final Fantasy VII Remake, that changed my life. I'm sure it changed a lot of other people's lives because that is a game with so much rich history. Like the fact that fans have been wanting that game to be remade for years, like to the point where it took a reactionless crowd at an E3 to finally settle it in at Square Enix, and they hit the button. And the next year, they made it happen. They officially said, all right, fine. Y'all want it? We're going to give it to you. And they have been delivering ever since Remake. That game came out during the pandemic, and it still sold a shitload.
Yeah.
There's no pandemic now. It's only what's going on right now. Rebirth, the end of February. That's one of the quick ones that's coming up soon for 2024. And I'm over here contemplating like, damn, should I actually just be prepared this time and just have my days off from work in
Yes.
case history repeats
Yes.
itself? and I end up having another 27-hour, 48-hour fucking, you know what I'm saying? So, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, guys. The story is crazy. I actually I'm holding out hope that once all of this Final Fantasy 7 stuff is done, they just start doing like shows and movies and stuff like that so that people that haven't played them can just still experience them in some capacity. So FF7 Rebirth, check out Recast. My man Johnny Cage, shout outs.
I like that one. I like that one. The trailer felt so nostalgic. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god." I don't know. It's just the vibe. So I like that one. My number 2 is Echo. So
Let's
Fair.
go. Let's
it's
go.
pretty high. I think one, I gotta respect the risk. It's risky what they're doing. It's changing not just DC, but also, or not DC. It's not just changing Disney, but it's also changing Marvel and Hulu's approach. So there's a
Mm.
lot of risk going on here,
Oh yeah, because they're
and
dropping the whole thing, right?
they're dropping the whole thing.
Damn, that's crazy.
And
That's
yo, I
right.
think the theme of today has been Marvel needs a huge year. They
You know
just
what
need
Marvel needs? Marvel needs a hero.
All right, I
that's
thought you were
true.
gonna go somewhere else with that, but I'm glad you didn't.
Um, but they need this to work. They need something fresh. I think it's very risky. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to watch it. I'm gonna try and binge as much as I can. Um, but there is one thing that I've been thinking about. They're releasing the whole thing all at once. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So
Mhm.
Mm,
I don't know. I
yeah, I don't
feel
know
It
like
either.
I feel like if it hit, they would do it slowly, but I don't know.
I think they are looking at the Netflix model and seeing how they are able to drop Stranger Things all at once, and Stranger
Mhm.
Things being like, one of the biggest shows, not I don't wanna say ever, but, in the
Yeah,
last
Very
10, 15
popular.
years has
Yeah.
been like one of the top shows like ever. Um, so I think they're probably looking at that and seeing how successful that model is and trying to replicate it. Because I'm assuming that they've probably lost people um, with releasing shows weekly. I'm assuming that's probably what they saw, especially with
mhm,
like something like Secret Invasion, is they probably saw viewership decline. Whereas like if you're able to watch it all at once, then you just binge it all the way through because you're like, well, it's already out. I might as well just do it. I might as well just finish
right,
it. So they may be looking at the numbers like that. But also, Echo is a lesser known character. I don't really think
sure.
anybody knows who she is.
Yeah.
And so the star power of like D'Onofrio and
Mhm.
of Cox being in this movie is really going to carry it and get people interested. And so I think this is a great way for them to
But
launch it into the MCU and also to get eyes on it, especially for a lesser known character.
to your Secret Invasion point, I actually thought about that too because the first episode of Secret Invasion was okay. And
Mm.
then
We liked it.
so I could have been like, "Yo, it was hot, it was cool, it was fresh." But had they dropped everything all at once, I don't know if that next day I would have been like, "You know what? This show's pretty good." So,
Uh,
yes to your point, but also like that's also another piece that scares me.
Yeah.
that's a part of the risk.
That's a part of the risk. Yeah, absolutely. But yo, we've talked about stuff being done for us, for the fans, for the Netflix fans of the Daredevils and all that stuff. This show's kind of for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it's at number 2 for me.
It's the first time we're seeing the Netflix characters really coming into the MCU like as fully fledged characters outside of the MCU.
Right.
Yes.
Like we saw, I don't know if you guys have been seeing the recent like advertising trailers for it, but they literally showed clips from the Netflix show in
Oh,
the trailer.
Oh,
So
did they?
that's fire.
yeah,
Oh,
like
I
you
like that.
see Kingpin, young Kingpin with the hammer. You see him. I don't think he's like facing the wall, but in those scenes where he's like just looking at the
That
wall,
white
you see.
wall, yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah. So we
Brutal.
see it. So Dennis, I love that you have it at 2. I really wanted to put it higher, but my number 1 is just gonna take it. But I really hope we get another scene of Kingpin just getting dressed again because
Yeah,
in the Daredevil show, those scenes where he's just in the closet getting dressed, like humanizing him, but also showing just like his power, like he just
sure.
exudes.
It's built.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
just I love those scenes. So I hope we get more stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to add on to this because this is a good little discussion for Echo because, like, it is very true that they are taking a risk with trying to drop it all at once. And I think the way they're approaching it is they're banking on people to praise it highly. So that's why I guess they feel comfortable with allowing all the episodes to be out at once so that the bingers will watch it and then the opinion will just straight up be positive. Like whether it's like OD positive or just like, just like positive, that will be like the groundwork and it'll just be solid. It won't be like
Mhm.
how a week to week formula goes where it's like, it might seem like it's okay at first, but then people just start to fall off.
Yeah.
They're not trying to have that. They want everyone from the jump to be like, "Yup, it's fire." Cuz that's literally what happens with all the big Netflix shows. Like we said Stranger Things. I'm thinking of what was that other one? The freaking oh my god, I watched it too. The Squid Game, right?
Oh
Oh yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
There's a
Yeah. Yeah.
lot of these Netflix shows that just drop and it doesn't even matter if you've heard of it or not. A lot of these are fresh IPs that just come out of nowhere and they're so good that those that give it a chance, they'll go online, they'll go on their socials, they'll do all the marketing for them because if you guys didn't already know, we all work for free, okay? We are all working for all these big companies, no
Mm.
paycheck, no salary, no benefits, no 401k, nothing. We're doing all this shit because we do. And so because of that, it just makes it more popular. It adds to the popularity. It adds more everything to it. And then there they go. Another successful show in the books. Disney's trying to do the same thing. I'm just hopeful that since this is their first time doing it, that it does hit so that
Yeah.
they feel more inclined to do it again. I just hope that based on what shows that they got left for us to release, they kind of hit. Because if it's like Daredevil, and then like some other crazy shit, back to back, like imagine Punisher, they're
Well,
good, they're good to go. They ain't got no worries. Akuna Matata, you know what I'm saying?
I like that. All right, Joey. Number one.
I'm gonna give you guys a quote,
Oh
Oh
boy,
boy.
and let me know if you've heard this one. Ready? Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got
Sonic
places
3.
to go.
He's fucking
Gotta
crazy. This
follow
guy.
my rainbow.
Wow.
Can't stick around. Have to keep moving on. Guess what lies ahead? Only one way to
One way to
find out.
find
That
out.
one way to find out is number one, Sonic 3 coming out end of this year. We're getting Shadow the motherfucking Hedgehog on the silver screen.
I like it.
You cannot this greatest comic book movie, greatest video game movie ever.
Ooh.
Easily.
Over Mario?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Easily
Whoa,
over
yo, it was
Mario.
Easily?
Over
Oh,
Mario.
wow.
I'll peek
Okay.
into the
damn.
microphone.
Comments,
Clip it.
get him. Comments,
Clip it.
get him.
Get him.
Get him.
Shadow is coming for your fucking ass, Mario.
I like
No,
it.
maybe not better than Mario. However, I am really looking forward to this. Like seeing the first Sonic movie was wonderful. Seeing
Yup.
Sonic 2 with
Even better.
fucking Knuckles
I liked it
was
more. Yep.
it was great. Like I cannot think of a better word. It was ethereal. It was like because they acknowledged all the memes over the last 20 years that memes have been a thing, right? And they got Knuckles right. They got Tails. We got
Yup.
Sonic. What's missing? Fucking Shadow.
Shadow.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Yup.
I'm so ready. If they don't give him a gun, I won't be that upset. However, I'm so looking forward to seeing Shadow with a gun on the silver screen, even a motorcycle or anything. So Jim
Chaos
Carrey
Control.
as Eggman. Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Because we got the Chaos Emerald. We got
Still
Gold
good.
Sonic. We got Gold Sonic last time. It's just
Yeah, it was Supersonic. Yeah, we
super
did.
Sonic. So I am so ready. It was me and all my buddies, all my Smash Bros. Literally, there was like 20 of us all went to the theater and bought out 2 rows of seats to go see Sonic 2 together.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just awesome. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I love Sonic. Always been a fan, but I love the movies, so
I
that's
love
my
it.
number one.
Man,
Okay.
Joey, I gotta tell you, man, hearing you and your excitement for Sonic 3, bro, I'm not even mad. That is a great fucking pick.
Thank
And
you.
and listen, I am excited for Sonic 3. It's not in my top 5, but it is
That's
in
okay.
my honorable mention list because, I thoroughly enjoyed the first 2 movies. Now, I
Yeah.
will say I did feel a little weird because I was like probably one of the only like young adults/adults in
Yeah.
a sea of kids in this fucking
Yeah.
theater. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this? And all you hear, you know how like when a lot of little kids talk, you just that's what it sounds like. That's literally what I walked into with my stepbrother at the
Yeah.
time. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? But dude, it was a fun movie, great story, and I absolutely loved it. The second one, so much better. And like when they show Shadow at the end, like the little tease, I was like, I actually got hype. So yeah, like this is of course the bigger plan to eventually do what? Super Smash Brothers fucking cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Yes. Let
That's
them
what it is.
let
Yep.
them fucking know. Let
That's
them
right.
know.
That's right.
I like it.
Sonic 3.
Sonic 3. I like this. I like it. I like it. I respect it.
Thank you.
I
All right,
honestly
That's all I
was
want from you guys.
dude, I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't think you were gonna have that in your top 5 or even number 1.
Yeah.
So to hear it was very refreshing and like it helped me remember that I too am excited for that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Hearing
Yeah.
your excitement, the fact that you opened it up with the damn rolling around
I
that's
got a quote.
that's OD. I love it. I
I like
love
It's
it.
it.
it's too good. Like Sonic Adventure Battle on GameCube. Actually, I remember
Mm.
first time I played it was on my buddy's Dreamcast.
Oh, sick.
And so you could, they had the chunky ass controller and there's like a little screen on it. You could
Yeah.
see Sonic on the little screen.
Yeah.
And then getting it on my GameCube and then Sonic Adventure Battle,
Ding,
Sonic
ding,
Adventure
ding, ding,
2.
ding. Bro,
It's
what are you gonna
like
do what are you gonna do if that song plays in the movie?
I'll cry.
Dance.
I'll cry. I'll start running around.
Bro,
Right?
He will cry as he dances.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna
I
do.
think the only thing that would probably top like a Sonic Adventure movie would be like a Luigi's Mansion movie for me.
Yeah, 100%.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
like a light horror-esque
Oh,
movie,
we
kinda
kinda
like a
got a
haunted.
little bit of that in the Super Mario
Yeah,
Brothers movie.
Yeah,
exactly.
they try to do everything in that
Yeah.
movie. Mario Kart was
Yeah.
in there. Sheesh.
Poor
So if it
Luigi.
would dude, Luigi got shitted on by
Yeah.
everybody in that movie.
That's so
But
bad.
if they did like a Disney's Haunted Mansion kinda thing with it, that could be fun.
Mm.
But yeah, sorry, that's fan
You're good,
casting,
bro.
but
I
I'm
like
excited.
it.
I got adrenaline going from, singing the lyrics.
Ah,
That's
trying to
awesome.
play the game now. Shit.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, Uchi, what's your number 1?
This movie will be the movie of 2024. And I know that there's a lot of nerves in the air here and incredibly, but man, I have the highest of hopes, all the faith in the world that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have come together to create a masterpiece in Deadpool 3. Simple as that. The potential
Mhm.
that this shit has is out of this world. Joey and I in previous streams have said this is literally their chance to have an end game moment, but with all the Fox properties. If that happens, a version of that happens, hell, if they even use the X-Men theme song from the animated series and it's just Deadpool and Wolverine walking on the battlefield to that song, it will be a 10 out of 10 film. I mean, come on, let's not forget this is MCU. This is the first Deadpool MCU, and it's like that movie will essentially bring in everything. It'll give placements to everything. And let's not forget, this actually does take place before Logan. They're actually respecting
Mm.
that
Oh, I
movie.
did forget that.
Yeah, let's not
Mm.
forget that. So, whatever ends up happening, I'm sure it'll be out, it'll be fine. It'll be fun and people will like, it's not 2016 no more, but it's about to be 2024 if you feel me. Okay, And
That's fair.
He's about to be relevant all over again. And I wouldn't even be surprised if they ended up putting out like a new game for him or something like that,
Oh,
because
High Noon did such a good job with the
that game
first
was
one.
fire.
Yeah.
It was short, but I don't care. Great game. Great game. If they re-release it, they put it out on Steam and everything like that, that would
Oh,
be smart. Everyone will
port it to
buy it.
PS5.
I would rebuy it in a heartbeat. Give me an HD upscale. I don't care, whatever. So Deadpool 3, 100% my number one most anticipated thing this year, because I really feel like this one's gonna hit. It's gonna be a grand slam. Again, another reminder: this is the only movie Marvel Studios is putting out this year. Everything else is like shows, cartoons, animated works,
Mhm.
and then Sony has like 3 films. Marvel Studios is like, listen, y'all got your shit. We're dropping Deadpool 3, and it's rated R, and Hugh Jackman's in it. What's up? You're not like, there's no way. I have no nerves. I know you guys are. I am fucking good. I'm good. I'm going to that movie. I'm like, it's gonna be great. I know it's gonna be great. There's nothing gonna deter me. I don't care how many rumors there. It's gonna be a fucking godlike movie. That's it.
All right, I respect it. I'm excited too. Uh, just a little bit more nervous, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I like it. And I think you said everything that I agree with too. Like this one's important, bro. It's so important.
Yes.
And people need to come out of this movie theater, be happy, entertained, and then want to see it again, but also like need to tell other people
Mhm.
about it as well.
Yeah.
And so like, and then that's it. And then make them wait a couple more months before the next thing, right? Hopefully it works out.
It's gonna be probably, I would imagine that the next movie will come out May 2025, because they normally have a release in May. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's probably gonna be May 2025 will be the next movie, because we're getting Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I think that's what it's called. My Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man,
Oh yeah.
Eyes of
They might have
Wakanda.
changed the name, I think.
It
Or no, it
no, it
was
was
freshman year, but you're
yeah,
right. I think you're right. Yeah.
yeah. So that Eyes of Wakanda, and then there's another one, Echo, and then there's another, I don't remember what the other one is. Oh, Agatha.
I
Oh
forgot
yeah.
about hers. Yeah. They
Agatha's
Yeah.
keep
coming out
changing
this
her
year, yeah.
title too.
Yeah.
Hmm. Looking forward
So,
to that one
Yeah.
as a
we
fan.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why he's
Like,
got the purple
no.
background right now.
Yeah, exactly. The witchy vibes.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
All right, number 1 for me is Joker 2.
Okay.
That's my number
Mm.
Okay.
1. Filet
Lady
of beef.
Gaga.
Yeah, with Lady Gaga. I believe this is gonna be a musical, so I think that's why Lady Gaga was casted. She is a great actress. I think she's incredible actually. So and obviously she can sing. So this will be interesting what happens here, but I really like the first one. It was a little bit darker and it kind of hit me. Joy, it reminded me of like Iron Claw where I couldn't stop thinking about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Um so but yeah, this is the one I'm looking forward to. I love Batman, and naturally when you love Batman, you love the Joker just as
Mm.
much. They are a pair. It's peanut butter and jelly. Um and yeah, that's the one. I'm super hyped for. I want to know like how people will react to the musical aspect of it as well, and see where it goes from there. But Joker number 2,
I
Filet à deux.
Nice.
I'm excited for it. However, I don't think that the comic book nerd realm will be too happy about it,
Yeah.
because it'll be such a deviation from like Heath Ledger or
Are they ever
Mark
happy?
Hamill or
No. No, that's bad.
no, never. But I think it'll be, if it goes more of a artsy fartsy kind of
Sure.
way and deviates strongly from the norm, it'll be tough. So, but I think that general audiences really like the first Joker. So I think that that general audience is definitely going to show up for this one, especially with Lady Gaga being in it. So
Mm.
I'm excited for that. I'm also happy that DC is going to get another banger, just because
Yeah.
they need it, right?
I forgot about this movie even coming out, to be honest. I'm
Mhm.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kinda keep it, like, low key for some reason. But they have leaked some of the images with Lady Gaga with the makeup on and stuff like
Mm.
that. It looks creepy. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for it though. I really like the first one. But it was a little bit rough, raw, very impactful, but I'm looking forward to this one. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
Funny story. I literally took my mom for her birthday to see it. I didn't know what the fuck we were gonna get into. We both got out of the movie like, I was like, damn,
My
mom,
bad.
I'm sorry. Like she enjoyed it, but damn, that shit was like, it was very dark. It was a great movie,
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a
but
birthday movie.
I'm not
Not
gonna
a birthday
lie,
movie.
like I was like when I heard that the second one was gonna be a musical, that I'm not like I was like immediately turned off because I was like, I'm not into
Sure.
musicals. So I don't feel like on top of DC, just like nothing, like everything has its own universe. On top of that, now that it's like it's supposed to be a musical film, I feel even less inclined to go see it. But because it's Joker, I probably higher chance I will anyway. But I will literally just be like, all right, here I am, DC. What do you got? So
Yeah.
just to see them out.
Yeah, I can see that. And typically Hollywood doesn't really promote musicals in general. Like forget superhero stuff. For example, Wonka was a musical, but the
Yeah.
trailer didn't feel like it was a
That's
musical.
They
true.
didn't
So
they did not want you to know.
yeah,
That's what
exactly.
it was.
They don't want people to know because typically people won't go watch it. But all right. How are you guys feeling about what's worse? Sonic at number one or Madam Web at number five?
Madam Web at number 5 all fucking year, bro.
That's
Sonic number 1 is actually peak. It's actually the best take that came out of tonight's episode, whether you want to admit it or not.
Listen, Joey, you had me when you were excited, all right? And I respected
Yeah.
it. Now you going off the
My
fucking rails
my
here.
adrenaline is gone.
Yeah.
But you're still
I will
crazy.
say, yeah, right.
As far as I'm concerned, Joey's the best person on this in this group, but only because he's the editor.
Goddamn right.
Respect your editor.
Respect it.
100%.
Oh, that's a good t-shirt right there. We need merch.
Ooh,
Respect
Yeah,
yeah,
your editor.
specifically for me.
Yeah.
I
I
wanna
like
I don't know if this is off the cuff, but I kinda wanna give I know we only did one honorable mention, but there's a few that are coming out this year that I'm actually really looking forward to, but obviously didn't make the top 5, if you guys
do
are
it.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Um, on my list was X-Men 97, it just didn't fit. It was like 6, right? That coupled with Invincible, season 2, season 4 of The Boys,
Mm.
and then the Coyote versus Acme movie, the Wile E. Coyote versus Acme movie, which
Yeah.
actually I
Oh,
believe is going to get purchased by another studio to be released because Warner Brothers is ass right now. They got no money. They are broke. Everybody needs to
yikes.
break up with them and move on. It's really
Yeah.
bad. So, and then DC is also potentially launching Creature Commandos, which it will be the first installment in the James Gunn era of DC. So
Hmm.
I'm very very excited. It's a TV show. Creature Commandos is kind of like one of those weird off the beaten path, kind of like a Guardians of the Galaxy type of group. So
I
I'm very
never heard
excited to
of
see what
them
James Gunn
neither,
can do.
so we'll see.
A lot of people haven't, so I'm very excited for them.
All right.
That's fire. You got anything else, Uch?
You want to be here for another 20 minutes? Because I
What the scroll?
well, just I'll just name them. Just like the one other game this year, Black Myth Wukong. That game is
Oh yes,
that game has been like everyone's been waiting for it for years. Um, early development footage literally had everyone sucked in, hooked. Like, oh my god, when is this game gonna come? Is finally gonna come this year? Hopefully, because it's been every year was next year, next year, next year. So, as far as movies go, I had Venom 3, I had Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Sonic 3, and one that none of us have mentioned yet, Mufasa the Lion
oh
King.
my god, I forgot.
Good comic book, actually.
Yo, did Disney? Oh my god, the Disney fucking comic. All right,
Yeah, they're so good. That art, so good.
And then the other 2 things that I have here for on the show end of things, or 3 actually, because you guys were talking about Echo. I have Echo, Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix. That I
That's right.
totally
How
forgot
Whoa.
could I
about.
forget?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. This year's crazy. This year's cracked. It's cracked. This
Yeah.
year is cracked. And then
Mm.
Daredevil, because Daredevil's supposed to come out this year too. So boom. Those are all my those are all the honorable mentions and things that I have this year that I could even think of. And that's me even Googling stuff. I'm sure I'm missing some in the cracks. It's bound to happen,
Yeah.
whether it's game, show, movie, whatever.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely Ultimate Spider-Man comes out this week. The Agatha show, that was another one. And maybe there might be a Harley Quinn season 5 by the end of this year. So you guys know that's like one of my favorite shows. So that was a big one. I am looking forward to The Boys, but it's weird. Like I go in there kind of salty, like, all right, here we go, same thing again, and then I end up liking it. It's almost like a Drake album. I'm like, nah, bro, I wasn't feeling it. Next thing you know, like, bro, all the songs slap. I'm rapping everything at the gym. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I hated it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't, the funny thing is, like, I didn't even include Invincible and The Boys on mine, only because I'm behind, I think. Because like, Invincible came out, like, the
Yeah,
new season. I
Yeah.
haven't even watched it yet. And then that V for the whatever the V
Gen V.
the Gen V, right? That one
show's
dropped,
wild.
and I didn't get to watch that either. So that's why, like, I'm aware that they are happening, but, like, it's because I haven't seen everything else, or I've, the previous things, the most recent things I haven't seen. That's why I'm not like as excited, I guess, because I'm behind. So that's on me. So
Yeah. That makes sense.
Fair. Yeah,
mhm.
that's fair. And I think that's it for today. Happy 2024. We're back, the Incredibly Boys, Sonic fans, and all that.
Yes, sir.
If you love movies, subscribe to Skip the Previews, my YouTube channel where I share movies that I'm currently watching. Joey, where can people find you?
You can find me over on twitter.com/life my pace or on twitch.tv/house_top or on our YouTube channel, Incredibly Show on YouTube every Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and Uch will be diving headfirst into every single tier list you could ever possibly think of
Oh,
or bracket.
He's
Last
like,
week
no
we did
more.
our trilogies bracket last week.
that one was good.
That
It,
was
it
cool.
Yeah,
I
ended
like
in
it.
one
yeah.
stream.
We I think we went a little over an hour. A lot of fun. Definitely go check it out. Um, you could probably guess what our favorite trilogy is. That's okay. It was great. So, but it was tough. I'll tell you, it was a tough battle. So
Mhm.
everything's got bangers. This is what we notice is that every trilogy at least has one awesome film,
Yes.
at least one. So thank God for at least one of every movie. But yeah. So and then here with you guys. My favorite place to be.
Mm,
I love it.
very nice.
Uchi, where can people find you?
Plant the seeds, get the trees. You know what I'm saying? The link tree in the description, all my socials, all my pages, all my other podcasts, because recently had to revive the recast with my boy Sweet Johnny Cage. We were talking about all this hype going into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Full Power Podcast, of course, back again once again after the little hiatus that we took. Things are going back to normal, and yeah, lots of content to do my best to keep up with. But yeah, all those links and more with that link tree, and obviously, guys, right here on Incredibly.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Remember to drop a comment and follow us on our socials to stay up to date when our next episode drops or when we go live. Please leave us a review on your favorite podcast player. And remember, you can find all the links mentioned today and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Happy 2024. Let's go.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Yay. Bye.
See ya.